Hi guys, this is Juran Zhai's teaching practice for writing class, and today's objective is for students to learn to express their opinions in a 400 word essay, short essay. And I will demonstrate the steps of writing an essay, and the student can engage by brainstorming the words used and examples. Okay, here I go. Hi class, today we're going to learn to write a short essay. So what kind of essay are we going to learn? Is it a research paper or literature review? None of those. These are the things we do in university, and this this these two are too complex. Today we are going to learn to write a short essay in which you express your opinion toward a specific topic. So what are the differences between our short essay and the formal essays? Firstly, um, this short essay could be more subjective because it asks for your opinion, but not others. So you can just say your thoughts, and it is less formal. So we don't have to use the formal language in your essay, and it doesn't require any research or reading, unlike the research paper and the literature review, which require you to do a lot of reading and research. So what does an essay contain? A typical essay will contain such a structure. The first part is introduction, and then the body part to support your thesis, and then the conclusion to conclude the whole essay. So today, let's say we are going to write an essay on the following topic. Um, the video game industry has been prospering these years. So what's your attitude toward video games? Please write an essay to support your opinion. Okay? So now for the first part, introduction. For the introduction, the first thing you want to write is a hook that draws the audience attention and at the same time gives the background information. So what is a hook? A hook is something you write to make the make the audience see the topic of your essay and make them feel that your essay is worth reading. So you can start that by saying nowadays da 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 something has been a trend or something has become more and more popular. So in our case, the video games, what can you say? You can type your answer to the chat box. Yeah, right. We can just paraphrase the the question. We can say video games are made more and more real in these years. Uh, so uh, so we can move to the next part, the controversy part. What is the uh, what we want to write here is the existing problems and controversies that people have. We can list two opinions. Like you can say some people think that da da da, well the others take the opposite opinion. So in our case, what controversy would we have? Right. Some people think that uh, video games could be harmful for students, while the others think that it is beneficial. Okay. So now you can say your opinion. We call this thesis in an essay. Um, you can start this by saying, in my opinion, or personally speaking, or I think something. So what are your attitude toward video games? Yeah, I know that you guys think that video games are beneficial, right? And here's my introduction part. I wrote nowadays because of the prosperity of video game industry, the games are being made more and more real and interesting. This is the hook part to provide a background information. And then I wrote, some people think that video games have negative impacts on teenagers, while the others consider video games as a beneficial entertainment. So these are the two opinions, the controversy part. And then I wrote my thesis. I personally think that video games have more benefits than drawbacks. Okay, now we go to the body part. For the body paragraphs, we can write two or more paragraphs, but I think it is perfect to contain three paragraphs in an essay. In the body paragraphs, the first thing you wanna contain is an introductory sentence. You can start by saying firstly or first of all, and for the second sentence you can say secondly, and the last one you can say last but not least, or you just say lastly, and you list your reasons for your opinion. So what can be a reason to support our thesis that video games are beneficial? You can share your opinion, type it in the chat box. Yeah, right, they're very good thoughts. For me, I think that games could be educational, and some people can train their ability to communicate or cooperate with other players. And then after you say your reason, you add an explanation of your opinion, of your reason. So for me, I wrote that some games include history, math, or music related content that could motivate teenagers to learn. So that explains why I think games could be educational. And then you add an example to support your point, to make your point more persuasive. So for me, I wrote about Assassin's Creed. So how many of you guys have heard or played Assassin's Creed before? Yeah, that's a lot of you. And um, what 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 points of Assassin's Creed could you guys think about to support your opinion? Right, it contains historical knowledge, and something about the landscape in other countries, right? So for me, I wrote that in Assassin's Creed a region, um, it has a story happened in ancient Egypt. I used to know nothing about ancient Egypt, but after I played the Assassin's Creed, uh, the story of myth and history of ancient Egypt intrigued me and made me want to know more about ancient Egypt. So I looked up for the informations about the pharaohs and pyramids. So that's so I did learn a lot by playing the game. So after you laying out your examples, you have to elaborate your example to uh, to explain to others what does this example shows. What does this example prove? So for me, I wrote that therefore video games not only can tell a story but also can take you into the story to feel it and to make you interested in learning the knowledge behind it. And then after you have wrote your you have written your body paragraphs, you can add an you can add a neutral paragraph in which you speak for the opposite opinion in order to make your essay more objective. You can acknowledge that video games can be harmful, that video games have many drawbacks. So, what kind of drawbacks can you think of about the video games? Right. Some people could be very like addictive, addictive to the video games. So their work work efficiency or greed will decrease, right? That's the common view of the video games. This is optional. You don't have to add the neutral paragraph. You can just finish your body parts, uh, say your reasons, and go to the last part, the conclusion part. So in the conclusion part, the first thing you want to do is to restate your thesis, restate your opinion. So you can start by saying in conclusion or all in all. In our case, we say in conclusion, I think that video games, the benefits of video games outweighs the drawbacks of video games, and you restate your reasons you have written. You say because because I think video games could be educational, and I think video games can have can train students' ability to cooperate and communicate with others, right? And after you saying that, you could finish your short essay. That's everything you can include in this kind of essay. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for listening.